Hello everybody. I finally had some time to finish my macro for generating windows. So I will show you some features, parameters, how it's work. So I hope you will have use of it, and let's beginning. Macro is large, slow, but powerful. I hit the edit style button, but it will took about maybe even 30 seconds or more to open it. So let's just wait a bit, and so maybe I should do something before. But I guess the style will stay opened. Come on, Railclone. I don't think so that ITO guys can do anything about this to speed up the process, because the style is really huge and there is a lot of parameters, as you can see, and the parameter is looking something like, and the style is looking something like this. So this is one level, so we can go on this one. So there is another level, so in this one is another level, and so on and so on. So there is a lot of stuff under the hood, so a lot of work, but at the end it will pay off. So the user only need to see this top level master generator with all these parameters. But let me add one more Railclone, just to help me to show the dimensions of the splines and material IDs. So let's open. Let me go to the helpers. Yeah, something like this, and let's assign the spline, which is somewhere over here. Okay, now we have the dimensions. Let's open the parameters for this and use it only on half of the spline, so we don't need too much of it. Let's add the material ID, and maybe 1, 2, 3, this is where, and maybe to cut off the decimal places, so the 0, and this will be okay. Maybe to scale a little bit, so 150. Okay, that's pretty much offset. Yeah, it's okay. So now we have good overview what will happen in the style. So another 30 seconds to open the style editor. As you can see, this is now the basic windows, with single and double frames, and I will show you the basic workflow how you can set up mostly common type of windows with horizontal and vertical separation, so division. So the only downside is that opening the style, the graph itself is a little bit slow, and I am also recording, so this will affect also on the speed. But let's go through the macro, and let's go from 1 to 5. So I will cut off the unnecessary, and maybe to go to quick mesh, so this will also probably speed up the process. And now we have global parameters. I will skip that. There is spline offset, material IDs, maximal open angle, some filtering and seeder, and I will go straight to default section, which is divided in two sections, up and down. Then we have the left section and the right section. Mostly the parameters are the same, and they're meant to be they're the same functions, just on different position of the window. So let's go and get a quick look on the parameters. So the first parameter that I want to point on is threshold, 1/2 threshold. So this is now 70 centimeters. This will be the threshold when the Railclone will change from single to double frame window. So now it's set to 70 centimeters. So on 70 centimeters it will switch to double side, to double frame windows. So let's say here we have 240. So if I switch to 130, let's say 130, 130 centimeters. Now all those windows will switch to single side. So if I go to 110, then we shall go and see over here, and if I go to 100, let's say 105, we will get the division over here, because the half of, alright, 100, yeah. So basically this will be the threshold for switching from single side to double side. Second, this is the fixed frame. So what is the use of the fixed frame? So there is no frame, just the fixed frame, no opening frames. So we will uncheck this one. Why it's used? Because we can split the default frame on the Y size, and let's say we can type the 60 centimeters, and it will be divided on the bottom size with 60 centimeters with fixed frame. Let's go with opposite direction. Let's say I want, you have a negative percentage, so you can go with negative percentage, and if you type minus 75%, you will go to something like this. So it will take bottom size, the 75% of the height. So then you can, let's say, choose to upper window to be fixed, and you have down, so this is up, and you choose the down section and uncheck the fixed type, and you will get the frames on the bottom side of the frame. Now you can, let's say, open, you can tilt it, so each frame will be tilted, or you can open it. Each frame will be open for the random angle. You can set the angle over here and tilt angle over here, maximum open angle. So if you go 90, some of them will be open more, some of them will be open less. You can switch with some seed, so you will get different distribution. And you can have the secondary also tilt open, or you can choose to be the randomly tilt or open window. So some will be open, some will be tilted, right? We can choose this on the primary section. So some of window will be tilted and some will be open. And also, let's say, change some seed to not have the same thing. Okay, so something like this. So if we again change some seed, we can get different distribution. Okay, different distribution. So we can see this on the large scale. So some of window will be open, some of the closed. Okay. And maybe to again change the seeder, and you can expect something different like this. Okay. Now if you don't want all the windows to be open or closed, there is another parameter that set closed percentage, and you can choose to close, let's say, 80% of the windows. So you type 80, it's going out the backup, sorry. So you type in 80% and you will get 80% of the windows closed, something like this. Okay. The next one is the frames. So let's just go to just one spline. Okay, something like this. And there is two types of frame, normal and entrance, and two thickness. So frame B will be a little bit, a little bit wider. Frame A. Now I'm working on the upside. I need to work on the bottom side. So frame B. Okay. And you can have the handles on the, you can have the different type of handle, maybe for opening door, so for entering doors, so this will be this type of the handle. And you can choose the handle on the double frame, or you can choose not to have the handle and the hinges if you don't need them to show, and you can save some poly count. And normal. I forgot to mention that, let's see, let's go to the frame, to large scale. You will notice that open window will respect the handle orientation, it will respect the hinge, so open will be the handle will respect the condition of the state of the window, right? Okay, the next thing will be muntins, horizontal and vertical muntins. So you can enter to have, let's say, every 50 centimeters. I'm also again on the upside, so I missed that one. So over here on the bottom side, so you will have the, let's say, 50, and again if you place the negative value, this will be the count, so you can fix this on the -3. Okay, it will be the same for now, but you can check this on -1. So you will have the 3 muntins on the horizontal and only 1 on vertical. And again, let's check this on the large scale. So it will be looking something like this. Okay, now the fun part, you can add the blinds. So you have type A, the blinds look like this. I don't know now the English name for those type of blinds. It will respect the height, the opening, there is some randomization on it. Then you have type B, that will be usual, common, just blinds. So maybe if I go on mesh, it will be take the different color. The color is, you have just frame, rubber, glass, hinges, blinds type M, blinds type 2. So you just change the color on this, and you will get some, you can choose a different texture and it will be applied on this as well as frame. So you can go with different frame color. So this is only on based on material. So, and we can check this on a larger scale, of course. So let's go and delete material ID filter, and you will see, because it's type B, you will get on each window type B, but you can go random with type A and type B, and then you will get some randomization on blinds. So some of windows will have type A, type B, and something like this. Or you can add a non-filter, so you will get some windows without blinds, and something like this. Okay, so let's switch everything to type A. It's a little bit demanding, but it will look nice. Okay, so it will respect the numbers of blades. Each one is a little bit randomized, so it will look good. Let's go back on only one spline. And what I can show you more. Okay, let's add on the top. So uncheck the fixed. I will get now frames on the top, but I want only one frame, so I can enlarge the threshold or set it to 0, so I'll get only one single frame. And when I get the single frame, I have some new options, and I can rotate this single frame on for 90 degrees, and I don't want any muntins on it. And let's say I want to add blinds type A also, and this will look something like this, right? And now some more fun. We can go on the left and add, let's say, minus 20%, and it will take the 20% of the, it will add another division that will take 20%. We can go on the right and also add minus 20, or I don't know, 70 centimeters. So this one will be on the percentage, this one will be fixed on the 70 centimeters. What that is mean, if we go on the large scale, this one will be always fixed on the 70, but this one will be changed accordingly to the length of the spline, right? So let's go and go back to number 4 and go and choose both left and right to be, let's say, minus 20% of the length, right? And those can be fixed having the frame, or let's go and add the subdivision on Y size, and to follow this one it will be minus 75, so minus 75 on the left, right, and minus 75 on the right, and let's uncheck the fixed on the left and the right, and we get some on the left down, command Railclone, right. So basically we can make pretty much a lot of different setups, right? So we can leave this on something like this, and maybe because we know this is default bottom, so default down, we can change the handle type to something like this, right? And maybe to lose the, or let's leave it like this, okay? Usually we don't have the blinds and this type of handles. I can add more handle type, so this is easy to add. We just go and add more on the with the selector, and this will be pretty easy to expand. Okay, so this is pretty much it. We can play around with some more stuff. Let me show you something. So let's lose the left side and let's just leave the right side. So it's only, you need to set the left x size to 0, and you will have only the right size, so only the right. And let me show you how can you use it for your workflow. So there is some filtering that you can do. So even though they are all on the there is no filter on material ID, so they will expand on every spline. You can set the X range. So if you type 180, let's say 180, so everything below 180 will be cut off. So something, it's yes, everything above 180 will be cut off. So if we go here to 180, sorry, 0, so it has to be bigger than 180. So X range is bigger than 180. And that way you can cut off the based on X or Y size, so something like this. And you can add and cut off if it's more than 200 and let's say 40. So go to the Y range and 240, and this something like this, and you will be left with only those. The second thing, and you have the threshold, because sometimes, as you can see, there is, no, you can't see it. So let's give it back the decimal places. So sometimes the size will not be rounded, so you can add the threshold here. Let's say 2 centimeters. It will take plus and minus 2 centimeters around this one. So if your model is not precisely on the 0, you can still maintain the sizes. You see now 240, and it will get to 238, and it will take this one also, even though it's not on the 0, but this threshold will help on this small issue. So something like this. And let me show you what you can do. You can, let's say, export some parameters. You can export any parameters, to be precise. And you just need to pay attention when you're connecting the parameters. Let me just disable for a minute. So, and I want to show you something, and this will be close this video. So the important things, if you connect to material ID, that you have this numeric parameter set to string. This is a new feature in Railclone 6, that you can use the string, so you can make the separation, comma separation between different material IDs. So you can export this parameter to parameter table. Let me just select the other objects, so you will have the material ID. And let's say, because let's introduce arithmetic note. And I don't know if I mentioned, but let me repeat this. The master generator, the end generator, is called master, so any type of arithmetic expression should include this name. So I will go now to mirror each generator, but based on spline ID. So, and I want to set the mirror on and off based on either the spline is even or odd, and I will do this by using the mod function and set to master and choose the xspline ID, 2, and this will return 0 or 1 based either the spline ID is even or odd. And let's connect this to the mirror and enable the Railclone. And now you will see that we have this model on odd spline ID, mirror it, and that way you can add some nice workflow, and by changing some splines to be odd or even, you can control either some model will be left or right or something like this. Advanced user will take advantage of this. I don't know what I'm talking about, but you will see left, right, left, right, left. So based on ID of the model and material ID, you will have the nice distribution. And here on the master parameter you can set the, let's go only on number 4, and the complete generation will be on the number 4. And to conclude everything, we can hide this, so we just left with the nice window setup, and we can go to our library and import from library. There is some bugs on this, but we will check this with ITA guys and they will fix it, because when you getting when you get models from Railclone library, there is some issues because they forget some. So let's just create another rectangle, something like this, and go with completely new Railclone. Okay, and go and pick up our preset and choose the base object. And choose the base object spline. It will not show nothing because it's set to number 4 and the spline is probably number 1, so we'll take the 0 and we'll get our preset. And if we go to proxy cache embedded. We are done for rendering. It will render very fast, immediately, without any we can go to quick mesh. There is some issues with but this is only on preview. It will render just fine, like so. I think the interactive render will work okay. So basically this is it. It will work fine, it will work fast, and you can make lots of different presets and just, you know, changing, filtering by material IDs, and I hope you will have fun and enjoy with these presets. Please let me know if you need some more features. If you find some bugs, please report it. I will try to fix them as soon as I can, and I wish you all the best, to you and your families, and see you with the new project. I'm preparing some more to support this window. I already have some how do you call, seals, right? Because I didn't show this. Let me show this one, just to open come on, Railclone. Just open style right here. So there is bottom padding and top padding, so maybe I can get bottom padding on 5 and top padding on, I don't know, 20. This should work fine. Maybe there is some bug, but yeah, I need to fix the upper level. Okay, so let's lose this top, but it will leave the room for the ceilings, or for the box for the shaders, and I already have prepared for this, so I will just fix this bug with that, and I think we are ready to go. I will post it in my Gumroad page. You can download it, test it. I don't think it will be free because my wife is having a birthday in 10 days, so she's doing some cookies and needs some AD printer for the cookies. So, but eventually, when I finish everything, I don't know, it will be probably free in few months, or maybe a year. So thank you everybody for attention. So if anything you need, please give me a private message on the Facebook page or in mail, and I will try to make anything for you. I'm a little bit tired, so bye bye, all the best. Thank you.